Hey there, Shecky here. Long time no see. Um, I have been incredibly delinquent with my videos, so today I'm doing an account update. Now, a lot of times when people do account updates, they tell things about themselves and how their lives are going. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm going to be going through the list of things that I want to talk about and review um, over the next couple months, probably. Um, but I hope this is going to give me the kind of push to get all this stuff started and get it done. To begin with, some new folders. Um, at the great advice of a lot of folks, I recently got this. This is the Tenacious. I showed a little bit of this in my preview of the Leaf Storm that was accidentally sent to me. But I want to do a full review on this now that I've been carrying it fairly regularly. I think it goes without saying this is an excellent knife. A lot of knife for the money for sure. And I also recently purchased this. This is a Kershaw Blur in S30V. I'm actually gonna deal with this knife in kind of an interesting way. I'm gonna deal with this knife and compare it with this knife, which is the SOG Flash 2. Very similar knives, a lot of characteristics similar, and just kind of give you my perspective on these two knives compared to each other. So that's probably going to be the first video that I do coming up. One of the things that I've been kind of fascinated with lately is large fixed blade knives. And I actually have 3 new ones that I want to show you guys and eventually do videos on. The first one is this. Now, because these are large and my camera is not, this is going to be kind of a challenge. This is a Ka-Bar Becker BK9. You can see here I've done a little bit of reprofiling work on it just to give it a little bit better of an edge. Came with a fairly good edge out of the box, but it was a fairly shallow, I don't know if that's the way to say it, a fairly blunt end, and I wanted something a little bit more shallow. Great knife, excellent handle, probably the best handle on a large folder that I've seen. You can't do any kind of double-handed work, but you have a pommel, you have plenty of room, and it's comfortable. And I would say, probably a medium-sized hand, and it's really comfortable. So if you have a gigantic hand, you see what you got left there to work with. It's kind of up to you. And this knife, which I did not know when I bought it, comes with a decent sheath. It's nylon, it's lined, but it also has this little BK13 in it. And this is good, you know, food prep, all that kind of stuff. I actually had to knock down a lot of these back edges because they were pretty sharp and uncomfortable. You could see that this handle's meant to be wrapped, and I imagine I'll do that at some point, but I don't know how well it'll fit in here if I wrap it too well. So nonetheless, have not beat on this knife yet though. That's to come. Another large fixed blade that I recently purchased was this. This is the Cold Steel 12-inch machete. Now, if I understand the website correctly, this knife is not being produced anymore. I got all sorts of stuff I'm banging into. So if you like this knife, get on it quickly. And yes, again, reprofiled this guy because this thing comes with an absolute junk edge. However, once you get past that, it is an excellent knife for the money. This is like a $14 knife. Good handle, comfortable handle. Now, if you've had, like me, if you bought a machete from like Walmart or another big box sports store, I want you to understand this is not the same kind of machete. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat, I'm going to take this Tenacious here. The metal is different. When I used to bang on the machetes from the cheaper place, they'd have kind of a twang to them because they're cheap alloy. This is a solid piece of metal, and there's no flex to it, nothing. This is just a nice, a good piece, a good sheet of decent quality steel. You'll see it's not very thick. This is something that'll probably be somewhat controversial, but I do not like false wedges because I beat on them with wood and it tends to destroy that wood. If I find myself a good baton and I beat on that false swedge, it's going to destroy that piece of wood much quicker. So I knock these down, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second. But this has been, you can tell, has been beat on a little bit, has performed very well, and I look forward to doing a little bit more with it. And just real quick, this is the sheath that it comes with. Very average, but serviceable. The last large fixed blade just literally 10 minutes ago came in, and it's this guy right here. I've talked about this in several of my other videos, and I just bit the bullet, and I bought myself a new Trailmaster from Cold Steel. Big chunk of metal. Man, that's big. Big chunk of metal. If you can see, it's slathered with packing oil grease because they don't coat these blades anymore. One of the things that I plan on doing, or having done, depending on what happens, is getting this blade Duracoated. Probably make it look very similar to what the old ones look like, just black, maybe something else, I don't know. My battery's running low, so I might have to join my clips, but definitely gonna do something with it. Another problem that I have with this, similar to the other one, is this one has, they say it's a false wedge, but it's sharp. I mean, I cut the box with it. I mean, you can actually cut the box with this little swedge back here. I will be knocking that down. Again, I don't like that because of batoning. It really messes with the blade. All right, and just show you the sheath real quick. This is nothing new. Leather sheath, big old loop, tie down on the end. I'm actually planning on doing a Kydex sheath with this, and I'll see how that works and see if I like it.